Hi there, welcome to the Year 10 Design and Technology first lesson on comparing land and water management methods. As EALZ students are going along with our students who need special needs, I will mainly focus on the ESO's 3.4 select and use resource and the 4.1 support student participation as two of my main focuses. And this will strengthen students' participation and engagement. For this lesson, we will analyze how food and fiber are produced when designing managed environments and how this can be more sustainable in the future. And for this specific course, we'll compare land and water management methods in contemporary Australian food and fiber production and traditional Aboriginal systems and countries of Asia. For example, minimum tillage, cropping, and water efficient irrigation. So to start, we have a little bit background knowledge about this course. So we will mainly compare these three different regions, like the contemporary Australian method, which represents highly efficient with high productivity, but can be resource intensive. And for the Aboriginal system, even though it is low tech, but highly effective in maintaining ecological balance and productivity over time. And then we will compare the Asian practices because it represents a balance between productivity and resource conservation. And according to agriculture standards, we will know this topic is quite complex. We mentioned these six aspects we expect students to attain to develop their abilities within these six elements. So we have Aboriginal history and culture and literacy, and Asia and Australia engagement with Asia, and also the most important sustainability and personal skills and critical and critic thinking. As Guy in 2010 mentioned that integrating students' cultural backgrounds and experiences into curriculum and using cultural relevance materials and examples that reflect their lives makes learning more meaningful and engaging. That's why I chose this cultural responsive teaching strategy as one of my strategies. So in this course, we will have these four elements. And as Wan and Shah in 2020 mentioned that actually integrating cultural context into technology education helps students develop their confidence and skills, which is necessary to navigate and innovate in a globalized world. So when we are practicing this responsive strategy, I will use the differentiated instruction as well. So this example can be the jigsaw masters. Students will be divided into different groups and they will be all give away to the case studies. For instance, for the Aboriginal case study, they will learn about the 5 stick techniques to control burning of the vegetation, which can promote the growth of plants, and also like how do they manage marine habitats to seagrass that. And in this kind of jigsaw practice, students will have a better understanding of their case study, and they will examine these kind of understanding among their peers. And I will use this collaborative learning as well. As Alison in 2006 mentioned, this kind of strategy that students can develop research skills and communication skills and ability to work collaboratively through collaborative learning. So they have these better presentation skills. They can explain their segments better. As for differentiated instructions, we have role assignments and task variation. For the role assignments, students can select which kind of role they want to play. They have better selections to meet their preference and their ability. For instance, students who excel at finding information can be the researcher. And for the task variation for advanced students, they're probably gonna analyze more complex questions prepared by myself, and like the economic impact or long-term sustainability, how it gonna practice in the future. And for the students who are struggling with current study, they will have like more scaffolded information like charts or visual expressions. For the role assignments, like Kagan in 2014 mentioned that by this kind of defining roles, students can focus on their tasks better because it gives students better opportunities to know their responsibility in the work. And for the learning objectives for this course, students will understand and compare contemporary land and water management with different regions. And as Matthew and Region mentioned that this kind of understanding leads to students have a holistic environment practice. And Nan in 2017 mentioned that it actually helps students to understand the value of indigenous knowledge in managing natural resources. This is quite important for them. And then we come to our diverse learners. So first of all, we have Bob. Bob has ADHD and he may struggle with maintaining focus on staying organized as the New South Wales Department of Education mentioned that. And this could be really helpful if we can support him by using the clear instruction and visual prompts, so it can help him stay engaged. And also we can offer him like presents in really clear format and to find out what's the most comfortable and provide additional time if needed. Or we can pair Bob with a supportive pair. And for the Janetta is actually a student with an indigenous background. And according to the New South Wales Department of Education, we can support her through a glory of the keywords or the visual aids to help her understand the content better and help her to use the knowledge like Aboriginal farming management. And then we can support her by presenting with visual aids and notes that help her to convey her understanding more confidently. And the last part is about assessments and strategies. So at the very beginning of the course, we will mainly use the diagnostic questions to make students their current knowledge, like their existing knowledge, their understanding of our course. And for instance, we'll ask the question like, what do you know about the land and water management methods used in Australia today? And then during this course, we'll ask like more complex question, more critical question, which is the higher order thinking questions. So for instance, we'll ask students which method of water efficient irrigation would be the most efficient and suitable methods for a specific region and why. So like this kind of open-ended question, high order question, we will really help students to build up their critical thinking skills, and they will know how to judge a fact and how to solve these complex problems. So at the end, we will have two strategies to assess students' current knowledge and what they have learned today. So like China Sun in 2013 mentioned that concept mapping is actually a really great way in organizing and visualizing information effectively. So students can create their own concept mapping through what they have learned today. And then we will have like peer evaluation. Through the discussion, students will have this feedback and review about the knowledge towards analysis about these courses. And that's the teaching strategy and students from diverse backgrounds and also our assessment strategies. Thank you for listening, and this is my reference.